What is going on, man? We back in black in the building. You already know what it is. You know what it ain't. Man, shout out to everybody in Vegas, handling business, doing what they need to do to survive. All my siblings out there handling business. Shout out to James Youngblood, Texas in the building. Shout out to my brother David No Compromise, Joja in the building. Shout out to the homegirl Shawnee, Philly in the building. Shout out to the homegirl Erica, Florida, aka Florida in the building. Shout out to the homegirl Melina, all the way in North Carolina, aka North Kakalaka. So shout out to the homegirl. Shout out to my homegirl Jerica too. And shout out to Tasha and all of them out there in Vegas again. Waking up. Let's get it. This one gonna be a short one because, you know, I went way over because I was giving my rendition. You see they still talking about that motherfucker, right? They not talking about all the other shit that's going on, but they talk about that motherfucker. They gonna keep talking about whatever, the Italian killer. And then, you know what trips me out? They are trying to treat this situation, in my personal opinion, they're trying to treat this situation like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. What you mean you can't believe this happened? This ain't the 20s and the 30s and no. Too much technology. It's too much. Shit's too expensive. People have lives, family. People care about their family and Big Mom and all that. You playing games with people. What do you think is going to happen? What goes on at the top is the reflection of the bottom. What goes on at the bottom is the reflection of the top. Attitude reflects leadership. You heard me say it before. People trying to act, you know why it is? Because they thought that killer was going to be black. That's why. No. Let me tell you the difference between foundational black Americans and every other racial group. We built this country for free without repayment. We fought in every war. Just like my brother David from No Compromise has stated over and over and over again. We are special people, as Dr. Claude Anderson always states. And a lot of times we don't resort to that because we don't have to. Because we have the power of the ancestors. You see what I'm saying? That's why we're the most powerful people. That's why we're waking up. And that's why I chose that thumbnail. Because when we wake up, what's the first thing we do? Let me see what's going on. Let me check my phone and make sure. Let me check the news. Let me see what's going on. See, the internet is a bad thing, but it's also a good thing. Because I know every foundational black American, when they get up, I'm checking my phone. Let me see if it's a pile up on the 95 freeway or the 15 if you in Vegas. I already, look, let me tell you something. Let me make sure ain't nobody shooting in nobody's 7-Eleven or shooting in nobody's Chevron and shooting in nobody's casino or shooting in any convenience store, shooting in the Walmart. Like, we're waking up now. Now we know, like, you know what? I need to really be in tune with what's going on. I know how to jack in and out of the matrix. So we know that. And I'm proud of us for doing that. It's so funny. Every little thing that Donald Trump says, it seems like the liberal side want to be like, see? We never said that Donald Trump wasn't a racist. And we never said that he wasn't an equal opportunity racist. We've said that. Everybody has said that. I've said it 1,000 times. What people don't like is that he ain't just going to focus on niggas. That's what people don't like. That's the bottom line. That's what people don't like. You know what I mean? And we got to start looking at that. It is time for us to understand and pat ourselves on the back. We did have economic power. We showed that by not voting. The whole country was red. So I just find it funny that all of a sudden they want to keep talking about that killer, the Italian killer with the CEO. And it's like, if y'all don't think that CEOs are like that in every company, in every major Fortune 500 company is very shitty in terms of how they deal with their employees and how, you know, and at the dominant society, 99.99999.99999999999999999% is your fault. It's your game. You set the social game rules. So a lot of it is on you. Y'all get in these Fortune 500 companies and you become immoral, right? And as you guys become immoral, you hire your friends and all this. You don't work your way from the bottom up. No, you walk right into the damn $300,000 a year job as you in charge of people's salaries and all kinds of other shit and livelihood. And a lot of dominant society people, they like that. They love it. They loathe it because they don't got shit going on themselves. Anytime you go to any corporate plantation, I'm jotting, working on my shit that my shit gonna be cold. Anytime you notice any type of person that's at the corporate plantation and they're overzealous, not just to be there, but most people that are overzealous like that, and when I mean, there's a difference between being zealous, like, okay, I'm happy to go to work, I'm gonna make some money, and being overzealous. If you're overzealous and you see people that are overzealous and they don't, let me tell you something. They haven't done any self-reflections, and they have not read Black Letter White Wealth or Powernomics, because let me tell you something. Once I read those, I was pissed off every motherfucking day. I was not nowhere near overzealous or zealous at all to go to somebody's corporate plantation as they treat you like shit, treat everybody that looks like you like shit until they turn on you. So when you see that type of shit, it doesn't surprise me of what happened. I just think that most corporations, they have done such a great job of quelling the storm, and all the commoner at the bottom just going along with it. This time somebody didn't go along with it, and now the people have spoken and been like, oh well. And that's why everybody's trying to spin it like, oh my God, I can't believe this happened. Believe it. And this isn't Ripley's Believe It or Not. You better believe it. We waking up. That's the problem. That's what they don't like. That's the real issue. The jig is up. Everybody knows it. And now you can't run game or interference the way y'all trying to do. That's why you want to keep talking about the Italian assassination, the Italian killer. But they don't want to talk about everything else that's going on in this goddamn United States of America Incorporated. They don't want to talk about none of that shit. That's why I was like, why they keep doing that? That's why you have to understand, man. When you wake up, the time is now. And now people are waking up. Y'all gonna be like, damn, man, Warren, you always talking about that. Man, dog, y'all should, man, go to Vegas, man. Go to these places, see how much they charging for houses nowadays. It's fucking insane. That's why I be tripping about location. Man. I remember when I went to Denver, they had some shacks out there too, and they was charging a grip to buy one of them. I'm like, man, this shit is ridiculous. It just is. And don't be a major city, a major metropolis like LA or fucking Vegas. You can fucking forget it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, dog, the jig is up. Everybody's comparing notes. Stock is on the internet now. This isn't we gotta wait and watch the New York Stock Exchange. No, nigga, you can log right onto your Webull account or your Robinhood account or whatever account you got, and you don't have to be worried about that shit. And you like, Warren, what do you mean you don't have to be worried about it? No, you don't. You can just log in. It's at your fingertips. A lot of that shit was esoteric. It's out. We know what it is now. The jig is up. We know how the media works, and we know how the media has a lot of contrived stories and puts bullshit out there to entertain motherfuckers, and then for some people to keep them going around in circles. That jig is up, bro. In any dominant society that be trying to play dumb and play victim, like Andrew Schultz, now all of a sudden he want to play victim because somebody was basically like, nigga, we'll get your family too. Now all of a sudden it's a problem. But it wasn't a problem for you to say that you would basically rape Kendrick Lamar. That's what you said. And you try to pass it off as a joke. That's highly disrespectful. Do you know what people do? You don't joke like that with people. Especially with no black people. Not like that. You don't know them like that. You don't know Kendrick. You don't know his people like that. And people are crazy these days. But see, you want to go into victim mode. Sorry, the jig is up. You've played yourself. We are waking. We waking up. That's why I'm telling you, that's why I choose that thumbnail. Because now when I get up, nope, let me check the traffic. Let me check to see. And I've been doing that for a while. Let me check to see, was it any shootings? Okay, let me see. Any stabbings? You gotta be informed. You gotta wake up. You don't be in the Matrix just to hang out and be entertained. You better be in the Matrix so you can see what the fuck is going on and what has transpired. Just like that police officer that was out there in Vegas, up there basically just lying. Like, we need to just arrest more people. Man, them people that work for him, that was up under him, was like, dude, you wrong. Like, we shouldn't be doing that shit. And he was like, nah, fuck that. I'll clean up you guys' police reports. The people went to that union rep and threw that fucking police officer under the bus. So if he's like that, imagine how many other law enforcement agencies are like that. All of them. All of them. So none of this shit surprises me. That's why waking up is important. Motherfucker like, man, Warren, why you saying that? Because it's reality. What do you mean? Half Matrix, half reality. We got to wake up. We can't just be expecting people to put it in our hands. The information is there now. So you can look on the internet, then you can go read the books and match it up with the books. Man. So I just thought I would, hit y'all with that. You know what I'm saying? And just give my side of how I see it and how we waking up. And I'm proud of my people. I'm proud of my people when they, if you look, let me tell you something. You'll always be like, well, why you always talking about buying a house? Because I think it's very important, and we've lost touch with owning real estate a lot of the times. I'm not saying the people that got the money. I'm saying the people like me, poor motherfuckers like me that work a job like me. I think we have a lot of a defeatist mentality, and we feel like, we can never afford it, and we can never do that. And I get that part too. I get it. But we need to start encouraging each other more about that stuff. You know what I mean? And two, we have to understand as a community, people need help. People need resources. So if you could just lend a hand on, look, if you talking about interest rates or what type of loan to get or what area to live in or the year of when the house was built, whatever information you can give up. Then you compare and contrast. Like, hey, you see what I'm saying? But we gotta legitimately, my bad, put the information out there and stop holding it. Because it should be more people trying to buy a house. I meet a lot of people sometimes when I go to the gym or if I go out somewhere, and it's very interesting of how not purchasing real estate is not as important as it should be. You know what I mean? And a lot of that's done by design because they don't want, especially people that look like us, to go purchase no goddamn real estate. They want us to, buy some Jordans and shoes, and you should buy Jordans, and you should buy the Louis Vuitton and all that. What's wrong with that? But you should also buy you a house if you can afford it. You know what I mean? You don't just go get it, no, you within reason and get what you can afford. You know what I mean? But I really feel like the art form of buying a home and all the resources that come with it and explaining it in detail so you can be on the same page as your people, I feel like we're losing touch with that. We need to get back into that just as a society. You know what I mean? The society pushes iPhones on us. They push medication on us. They push food on us. They push mental health situations on us, right? They push all that on us, right? We don't have no choice because we got to eat, right? If we get sick, we got to take medication, right? Right. But why they're not pushing purchasing a home? Why is not in the conversation? I never see commercials about homes being purchased by poor people. You know what I mean? We purchase them too. And you like, Warren, why you saying poor? Man, we all poor. Look, if you gotta go to work, you're poor. I don't care what nobody's saying. You gotta go to work, like you have to get up and go to work, you're poor. When you can wake up in the morning and do what the fuck you want to do, and you ain't worried about it, and it ain't affecting your pockets, then now you're out of the poor zone. But until then, you're poor. And us poor folk, we purchase and do that stuff too. I just think let's get back to that art form. Man, look, let me tell you something. We already know what Donald Trump gonna do. He's an equal opportunity racist. He ain't gonna do shit. He ain't gonna do no more for us than the average motherfucker. The only thing that we can bank on with Donald Trump, in my personal opinion, he's not gonna go out of his way to create laws and policies to fuck black people over. That's the difference. That's the difference. So there's a negative connotation behind him being in that position, but the positive reinforcement about it is, at least we don't have to worry about nobody telling us on camera, y'all need to get with the Hispanics, because that's where the future is. So basically, we about to open up the borders and let all these motherfucking illegals in, and you ain't gonna be able to do shit about it. And then they end up losing the House and the fucking Senate. So that's what they fucking get. So I don't feel bad for any of these motherfuckers. But it's time for us to keep on keeping on and continuing the race of waking up, because that's what's most important. Guilty, nigga, I'm out. Peace.